Kansas. Good morning, Alex Stone.
Guys, good morning, and I'm right outside of the factory where this mass shooting was carried out yesterday. It is now a crime scene. There is crime scene tape up around it as the sun comes up here in Kansas right now. This is going to be a crime scene for quite some time as they try to figure out what and why this was carried out and how it was carried out. We are getting some new information about the gunman here in the last couple of minutes, about 38-year-old Cedric Ford. Immediately yesterday, the sheriff said this was not a case of terrorism. Now we know why he believes that, because about an hour and a half before the shooting yesterday, Ford was served with a restraining order meant to keep him away from his girlfriend. It appears that this may have been a very personal shooting, one where he was angry and he carried it out on his coworkers. First on some victims, random victims in the streets. He carjacked a guy, shot two people, and then went to his place of business and opened fire with a long gun and a pistol.
We've heard conflicting numbers. How many dead, how many injured?
It is 3 dead plus the gunman, so 4 dead, but 3 victims. As of this morning, 14 injured, 5 are in critical condition. That is down from 10 last night. Overnight, it was lessened to 5 in critical condition. And they are very, very seriously injured, and hopefully the numbers of dead don't rise. But as of right now, 3 victims plus the gunman.
Is it true that they wanted to go into his mobile home where he lived and do a search, but the roommate wouldn't let them?
Well, there's some confusion about what did go on there, and it's something that the sheriff says he's actually trying to figure out exactly what did go on scene, because they showed up overnight and they had a standoff with nobody because they thought his roommate was in the house or in the mobile home. And they, all night long, were yelling orders at the house and demanding that they come out, and then there was nobody in the home. And they don't think that there ever was. So they don't know if somebody wasn't allowing them in or if the door was just locked and they thought somebody was in. Their concern was that there could have been more victims inside that mobile home, that there could have been booby traps inside the mobile home, or somebody who had helped them out. None of those seem to be the case. The roommate doesn't seem to be connected to this at all. At this point, and nothing was booby-trapped. It seems that this was more spur of the moment. Their concern was that this was going to be like Aurora, Colorado, and after the shooting, they go to the house, and it's set to blow up.
Heston, Kansas is north of Wichita. It's a town of about 4,000 people. When the police were called, they were fast enough, and it was a small enough town to where they were able to react and then shoot the killer. Tell us what you know about all that.
There is a hero police officer somewhere in this town, and we're expecting at a news conference in about an hour and a half to find out who that police officer is. Somebody who is being called a hero here. Did not wait for backup, did not wait for a SWAT team, arrived on scene within minutes of the 911 call, and ran in toward the gunfire and engaged Ford and was in a exchange of gunfire with Ford. Ford shot at him, luckily didn't hit the police officer, but the police officer hit Ford and killed him. Witnesses say that if that police officer had not gone in immediately, more people would have died because Ford was shooting at anything that moved and was trying to kill anything that moved with a .223 rifle of some kind. It was described as looking like an AR-15 or an AK-47 and by folks who were in the area. So this police officer today is getting a lot of credit. Nobody knows who this officer is, but getting a lot of credit for going in there. Very much part of training post-Columbine in 1999. Now you don't wait for the SWAT team. You go in and neutralize that threat.
Alex Stone, do we know if he worked at this place of employment or his girlfriend worked, and was his girlfriend injured in any of this?
We don't think she was, and yes, he did work. He was currently an employee at this factory where they make lawnmowers, heavy lawnmowers, the ride-on type lawnmowers, that these were his coworkers who he mowed down.
And the girlfriend wasn't injured in any of this?
At this point, we don't think she was. We're still trying to confirm that, but doesn't sound like she was.
Alex Stone live in Heston, Kansas. Alex, thanks for checking in.
You got it. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
You got it. 6:55.